Hello there! Welcome to today's webinar. Who do we have with us here today? My name is Bridget. I am the social media guru here at Realty Executives New Jersey. And today, we're going to be talking about Instagram marketing. Hey there, Mary. How you doing? All right, so let's jump into Instagram, which launched in 2010, and it really has taken the world by storm, and it seems like everyone and their dog or their cat is on the platform, and I'm such a sucker for those accounts. I'm always following somebody's dog or cat on Instagram more than I'm actually following them. But you may have noticed that there is an increase in brands who have developed a presence on the platform. But is Instagram worth their time, and should your business also be on the platform? Well, the answer is definitely yes, and here is why. Now, Instagram sees over 1 billion active monthly users and 5 million daily Instagram stories. 60% of adults online use Instagram, including 35% of adults in the US. However, 80% of the app's user base is outside of the US. And there are 25 million business profiles on Instagram. 80% of Instagram users follow at least one business. And 72% of users say they purchased a product they've seen on the platform. Guilty as charged. I do that all the time. Now, it's clear that Instagram isn't just for personal use anymore, whether for you or your dog or your cat. It's now a global platform that allows brands to humanize their content, recruit new talent, showcase products, and inspire their audience. Moreover, Instagram users aren't just active, they're engaged. More than half of the platform's active users visit the site daily, and 35% say they check it multiple times a day. Okay, I may not be on it right now because I'm, talking to you guys, but yeah, guilty, I do. Instagram can also help grow your brand awareness. 70% of Instagram users have spent time searching for a brand on the platform. Instagram allows you to promote your brand in a friendly, authentic way without hard selling to your customers. Now, even with all of these Instagram statistics, you may still be unsure of how to get started. And I know the platform can be a little intimidating at first, but that's why I've created this handy-dandy webinar. All right, let's jump into creating an Instagram business account. Now, of course, before we begin, it's important to note that Instagram is intended for the in-the-moment content. To stay relevant among your audience, you need to invest the resources required to post regularly. Now, the best way to keep your followers engaged is to keep your Instagram profile up to date. If you don't have it already, you need to download the Instagram app from the App Store, Google Play Store, wherever you go to download your apps on your phone, because this is a mobile-based platform. Yeah, I get a lot of agents calling me saying, I went to Instagram.com and I can't upload a photo. Oh, that's because it is a mobile-based platform. Now it's time to choose the right profile picture after you have established your account, because your profile picture is your first impression on new visitors. For this reason, you want to keep your image consistent with your branding and visual markers. If you want to use the same headshot or photo that you use for your prime agent website. You want to consider using a professional headshot rather than another type of image as well. Your Instagram profile pictures are automatically cropped into a circle, so a headshot is really the best way to go because it automatically leaves some room around the corners of your image for you. You don't have to worry about resizing it then if you're using your headshot because it's just your head, which naturally for us is a nice circlish kind of shape, which fits very well into that little circle there. So in your bio, you want to encourage users to take a specific action, such as using a certain hashtag or visiting your website. Because your bio has a 150 character maximum, so your goal here is to be direct, be concise, and give a nice summary of who you are and why people should follow you. So you're not giving a dissertation like you would on your Prime Agent website. You're giving just a 150 character max bio. I know, it's not very long. You want to tell your audience about your business using a hint of personality. And, bios aren't searchable, so you don't have to worry about keywords or hashtags there. However, your bio is the only place where you can feature a clickable URL. So you want to make sure you use that to your advantage. Put your Prime Agent website in there. Put your Facebook in there if you don't use a particular website for yourself. You want to make sure you're using that URL since it is the only place you can have a clickable URL. You want to drive traffic to an external site. Okay, within the settings in your Instagram, you'll be able to do things like change your password, see posts you've liked, enable notifications, and a lot more. But here are a few things you should check out as soon as you get your account up and running. Your story settings are where you can manage who can see and reply to your Instagram stories. And I recommend allowing all of your followers to see and reply to your stories because it will increase brand engagement. You don't want to alienate anyone for anything, really. You're trying to build yourself. Switch to professional account, which allows you to identify your profile as a business profile. So establishing a business account, essentially, like me, I have two. So I have my personal and I have my business. But when I was making the business one, I first had to set it up as a personal. And then I went over to this particular setting inside of Instagram and I switched to a professional account. Instagram business tools make it easy for users to contact you, provide you with in-depth insights, and allows you to promote your content. Your business must have a Facebook business page to switch to an Instagram business profile. And to switch to a business profile, choosing this setting, you can log into Facebook and allow Instagram to manage your pages. Then select a Facebook page to connect to your Instagram profile, and Instagram will automatically import relevant information from your Facebook page for you to edit, which is a really nice feature. You now have an Instagram business profile, and you want to be sure to check out your profile insights and account settings, which we will get to. So hold on just a tick. Okay, comments allow you to hide comments within certain keywords or phrases, but to do this, you must enter the specific words and phrases into your Instagram settings and turn on the feature. Receiving comments is exciting and encouraging, but certain comments may go against brand values or offend your audience. So you want to make sure that you consider that wisely. Now, I came to this webinar, I'm pretty sure, for a really good reason, and that was to find out what the best Instagram posts are to get leads, because that is what we are about here in this business, getting leads. So I've got a really great video for you here. And this video is by the community influencer, and she is going to talk to us about the best real estate Instagram posts to get leads.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Erin Chung, and I teach modern real estate agents how to generate leads online, nurture relationships at scale, and take over local markets. Today, we're talking all about the power of Instagram, more specifically, Instagram for real estate. And this is part of a big series that I'm doing called Instagram for Real Estate, the Ultimate Guide. So, this is actually a chapter of the big post that I'm doing for that particular guide. And so for today, we're talking about the best real estate Instagram posts, the ones that are going to get you leads. Okay. Before I jump in, I want to let you know that I do have a free training. It is called 5 Steps to Six Figures. And if you are interested in learning how to get to your if you're interested in learning how to get to your first or your next 6 figures in real estate, you're definitely going to want to take this training. To get there, all you're going to do is going to go to communityinfluencer.com/masterclass. Once again, that is communityinfluencer.com/masterclass, and that free training is yours. It'll also show you how Instagram fits into your overall marketing plan. So let's talk about the best posts for real estate Instagram. And I want to start off with just basically breaking these down into a couple of different types of posts here. So there's different types of categories, and we're going to go over all of these categories together. So, first and foremost is number one, business branding posts. Okay, so I've said this a couple of other times in this big blog post that I'm doing for Instagram for Real Estate, the Ultimate Guide, but this bears repeating. And so, what it is when it comes to branding, Instagram is the best platform ever invented as far as social media is concerned for branding your business. It basically is designed to help businesses build a personal brand, and this is why it's so powerful. So you have things like Instagram stories, you have the regular feed, you can talk one-on-one with people, you can DM, you can comment, and there's so many things that you can do on Instagram in order to build a personal brand. And so that's why that's going to be number one, is building a personal brand. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, when you are doing your outings, your normal every single day thing that you do as a real estate agent, it could be about your team. It could be if you're having a party, a past client appreciation, anything that you can possibly think of is fair game for real estate branding. So again, this really is designed for like a behind the scenes type thing, right? So like how the party went, like just basically anything and everything that you could possibly think of, right? It's just the most important thing is just showing people that you are a real person, that there is a face behind the brand, and just really connecting with people at a very deep level. And that is what's going to build know, like, and trust factor. And people only do business with other people that they know, like, trust, and remember. And Instagram is brilliant for building that know, like, trust, remember factor. Okay, so real estate branding. Number two is behind the scenes of your transaction. So again, you can love HGTV or you can hate them. It doesn't matter to me, but they've built a multi-million dollar, probably billion-dollar empire by this point, based on all of these reality shows featuring agents just like you doing normal everyday agent stuff. Now, I know a lot of it is not real and it's staged. I get that. But for you, it is real. So like you can basically just talk about your real life every single day behind the scenes of your transactions. I want to see like the highs, the lows, the things that happened during your transaction, like how it got sold and all of those things. It's really interesting to people. And this is the part of real estate that people actually really like and are super into. If I was a home buyer buying a home for the very first time, I would follow stories like that because I would want to know, like, what is it like to buy a home? Like like I said, I would want to know. And this is you in the real, raw, uncut, and it's just you telling your story about what it is like. And that is going to be very attractive to people in order to get leads. So behind the scenes of your transaction is going to be huge. If HGTV can make millions off of it, why can't you? Number three is behind the scenes of your listings. So this is going to give people a sneak peek into the anticipation of a listing to come. People are nosy by nature. They want to know secrets. And so what you can do is you can do a sneak peek into your coming soons, your listings, and all of that stuff. So as long as you're allowed to do a coming soon listing in your jurisdiction, I absolutely would do this because it's going to give people just a preview of what's to come. And that's really important. You can snap pictures, you can do Instagram stories, you can do videos, whatever you like. Just make sure that you're telling a story of how this listing came to be and, when it's going to be on the market and all of those things, right? So just give them the information, enough information to make sure that they're interested in your listing, but not too much information because you still want them to come out and meet you or opt in and become a lead. Okay. Number four is personal branding. So as I mentioned before, there is no better branding platform than Instagram, hands down. Facebook doesn't hold a candle to it. YouTube, Twitter, none of the above. really Instagram is the place to go for personal branding. And so the way that I would do this is, again, the point of this is to build know, like, trust, and remember factor. So when you're doing your personal branding on real estate, you're going to want to focus on things like your family, your hobbies, your cooking, like anything that you really, really enjoy doing that's going to give people an overview of who you are as a person. That is really what's going to resonate with people. And again, just show that you're real, show that you're human, show that there is a face and a name and a person that's behind this real estate brand. That's going to be huge for people. Also, don't forget to geotag any locations. Like if you're working from a coffee shop, make sure to tag the coffee shop. What happens is when people are looking for things on Instagram, they will search for a certain coffee shop or whatever. If you've taken photos at that coffee shop, you're going to be able to show up in those posts. So just make sure that you are geotagging locations as well. Number 5 is going to be a sneak peek of new listings. So we kind of mentioned doing like a coming soon for your listings, but a sneak peek would basically be to tell a real story on how the listing came to be. Okay, so this is going to be a brand piece for you. So, like if you are a luxury agent, you're going to want to focus on the lifestyle of what it's like to live in a house like this. If you're focusing on horse properties, again, you're going to want to focus on the lifestyle behind it. So, this is really, really powerful for a lot of real estate agents. But sneak peeks into your new listings is really just a way to have the listing connect with someone. And when they see that listing, they're going to be able to envision themselves in that home, in that community. And that is what's going to sell online. Okay. So you're not just selling that particular property. Sometimes you're selling the community. If I'm an out of town buyer, and I really don't know what it's like to live in that community, I'm going to rely on you and your Instagram stories and your Instagram feed to give me a clearer picture of what that's like. I can't get that anywhere else. I can go on YouTube and look around. I can go on Facebook, but if I'm an out of town buyer, I'm going to rely on you to give me that information. And this is going to set you up in a perfect position to do that. Okay. And then finally, well, number 6 is your current location. So, what I mean here is that when you're posting on Instagram, like I said, if you're at your favorite coffee shop or working out or wherever, if you post on the exact location, and you can do this after the fact for safety reasons if you want to, but when you're posting a location, what you do is you ensure that you're coming up in those posts whenever people are searching for that location. So it gives you visibility there, but it also gives you visibility when you're tagging the businesses, because the businesses will get notified that they're tagged. And if they reshare your posts or they talk about you online in any way, shape, or form, that's going to be free marketing for you and free publicity for you. So I love when agents tag businesses and the businesses retag, and then that way it's just like a cycle of traffic for both of you guys. It's a really, really symbiotic relationship. And there's a lot of agents in our programs that have really good relationships with local businesses, and they get so many leads and so much traffic from these businesses. It's ridiculous. So I absolutely recommend that you do that. I also want to see some open house videos. So one of the posts that you can do on Instagram is showcasing your open houses. And the way that you do this is you do a walkthrough tour of the open house. And I would do it just like a buyer would go through the house, right? So you walk through the door, you take them all around. And the trick here is really you just need to show them the highlights of the house and then tease something to come. And in order to get that thing, they need to either come to the open house or opt in and become a lead. So if you give them everything, there's no reason for them to engage with you further. But if you leave out a really big piece of information, they do have to come to you and opt in or come to the open house to see whatever that thing is. So I remember I did an open house that had this like sick pool. I mean, it was amazing. And I talked about the open house, and then I talked about how amazing the pool was. And at the end, I said, if you want to see it, come by. And people did. They came by. So that's another way you can do it. And then number 8 is neighborhood video posts. Okay. So I actually, as a real estate agent, I did a tour video of every single neighborhood in my community. And I just basically had a GoPro. I stuck it on my car. I drove through every single one, and it was awesome. And so you can use like clips of those on some of your Instagram stories. You can put them on your Instagram feed, wherever you want to. But really, again, if you're an out of town buyer or even a crosstown buyer, you can actually sell your community and sell your neighborhood. And when you do that, you really do give buyers a reason to reach out to you because they want to know more. They want to know more about the community. They want to know more about what it's like to live there. And then also, homeowners. When homeowners see that in the Instagram feed, they're going to know that you are the local neighborhood expert. You want to be the go-to agent. I teach agents how to take over local markets. Like, that's one of the things that we excel at the most. And one of the ways that you can do that is by establishing yourself as like the digital mayor of your town. And to do that, one of the ways that you can do that is basically by posting lots of information on your community. And one of the best ways to do that is to do those little drive-by videos. Okay, so that's another way. Let me recap for you really quickly. So I'll show you all 8 as a recap. So number 1 is business branding posts. Number 2 is behind the scenes of your transaction. 3 is behind the scenes of your listings. 4 is personal branding. 5 is sneak peeks of your new listings. 6, you can share your current location, like if you're working at a coffee shop that day or wherever you're working. 7, open house video posts. And then 8, neighborhood video posts. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Again, this is part of a large Instagram series with several different chapters. It's called Instagram for Real Estate, the ultimate guide. Okay, so this is one chapter in that ultimate guide. If you want to know more about this, you can go to our blog. Just go to communityinfluencer.com/blog and then look up Instagram for Real Estate. It'll pop right up and you'll see all of the guide in the right order. And so no matter if this is the first video you're watching or the 5th or whatever, you can see all of them in the right order. So you can get an entire view of the Instagram strategy that I love using with my agents. And then finally, if you want to know how Instagram fits into your overall marketing strategy, I do recommend that you go to our free training, which is communityinfluencer.com/masterclass to get that. You can find me on Facebook. I have a podcast, YouTube, Pinterest, all over the internet. Just search for Community Influencer and you'll find me right away. So thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you in the next video.
All very helpful information from Erin Chung, who has created the world's largest online learning community for realtors. As you heard her say, she's got a ton of stuff there. She teaches real estate agents how to become community influencers so they can attract leads online, nurture relationships at scale, and take over any local market. But she definitely proved there what she was talking about for her best real estate Instagram posts to get leads. So, have you ever wondered why some photos just look so good? Well, it probably has to do with how it's edited. And editing photos only takes a few minutes and can be massively impact the quality of what you're posting. And thanks to Instagram's built-in tools and filters, editing photos is very simple. When you upload your edited photo to Instagram, it'll automatically crop your photo into a square. To change it back to the original width, you want to press the little icon with the 2 outward-facing arrows in the corner. And at this stage, you can add additional Instagram filters, but don't go too crazy. Each Instagram filter has its own personality that can drastically change a photo. You want to make any final tweaks using Instagram's editing tools and press edit to adjust your photo's alignment, brightness, contrast, structure, and more. You press next when you're done to add the final details and publish your photos. Crazy simple. Instagram also lets you upload videos, as long as they are a minute or less in length, and take it from me, keep it to 55 seconds or less. For some odd reasons, I've had some issues when I've tried to upload a video that's been more or closer to 60 seconds, and it tells me, no, your video's too long. And I'm like, no, it's not. 55 seconds. Trust me on that one there. But you can download professionally edited videos from your computer or videos you've edited in a mobile app. You want to consider using other apps to edit your videos? And of course, I do have a webinar on that. So you want to jump over to our YouTube page, Realty Executives NJ YouTube page, to check out my webinar on free tools to create and manage your marketing, which will include apps to edit your videos. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Instagram videos also default to playing without sound. So, because of this, you want to make sure that at least the first few seconds of your video doesn't need sound to be understood. You can use your caption or prompt viewers to turn on the sound, which I have unfortunately learned the hard way. So take it from me. Videos. No more than 55 seconds, and make sure the first 3 seconds don't have anything important you're saying or listening to. Good idea just to start your verbal stuff at least 5 seconds in. So 55 seconds and start speaking 5 seconds in. Why? I've learned from experience. Take it from me. Boomerangs take 3-second looping videos that play forwards and backwards and allow you to put a quirky spin on traditional video. Boomerangs created using a burst of photos and stitching them together for a short, repetitive video. And these kinds of posts are fun for circumstances like jumping, toasting glasses, high-fiving, which some of these kinds of things we do when we're in a closing. You can also download Instagram's Boomerang app to have a separate place to capture Boomerang videos. Instagram stories allow users to post at a higher frequency without overposting and clogging up your main feed. Stories are all about authenticity. While your Instagram feed should feature polished photos, stories can be a little more raw. They also have some other fun stuff, and I'm going to watch this video here and you will see exactly what I'm talking about, because you want to use the feature to give behind-the-scenes look at your brand or showcase your company culture. Stories are also a helpful tool to showcase live events you host or attend, as this feature is much more time-sensitive. Like Snapchat stories, your Instagram story disappears after 24 hours. So I have a video here from our friends over at HubSpot on how to use Instagram stories for your business. Let's try it out.
When Instagram Stories was first announced, it was a game changer. It might look familiar since it closely resembles Snapchat Stories, but considering the app's 500 million monthly active users and the engaged following you've likely already built on Instagram, the addition was a huge win for businesses. In case you don't know, Instagram Stories are a series of images and videos that appear at the top of a user's feed. They live for 24 hours in chronological order and give users the options to post as much as they want without cluttering up people's feeds. Creating a story is easy. Either tap the Your Story plus sign in the upper left corner of the home screen, or just swipe right. Tap to take a photo, or press and hold to capture a video. Use those arrow buttons to switch between camera views. My favorite thing is to add a boomerang. Think of it as a mini video that loops back and forth, perfect for a little office celebration. Add some text, use the pen to draw a doodle, or try out the built-in stickers. Swipe left or right to add a filter. When you're happy with the masterpiece, go ahead and add it to your story. Later on, you can check back to see who watched your story by swiping up. Of course, Instagram has always been the place to showcase the most beautifully edited version of your brand. But with stories, the pressure is off. Content is quick-lived, unpolished, and even a little bit silly. Here, you don't have to be picture perfect. If you have a verified account, Instagram allows you to add see more links in your stories to direct people to content without them having to leave the app. Tap the link icon, enter your URL, and use the pen tool to bring some attention to your link. You can also @tag another account when you use the text tool, a great idea if you're co-marketing with another brand or featuring a special guest. As the name suggests, use the feature to tell great stories. Give a behind-the-scenes look at the creative process behind your product. Interview a content creator. As long as you stay true to your brand, the possibilities are endless with Instagram Stories.
Yes, Mary, it is quite a lot of information that we've got going on today. I hope you have your pencil and notepad out, taking some notes there, because we are now moving on to Instagram story highlights. Now, they are stories that have been preserved past their 24-hour limit and posted to an Instagram profile. You can find them in small circles under an Instagram bio. Story highlights are a fantastic way to showcase your best stories and post them semi-permanently to your account for your followers to see. They're also useful ways to showcase products, services, promotions, and more, as your highlights can include links to external sites. Instagram story highlights can also serve as a menu of sorts. Many Instagram businesses use story highlights to post their business hours, current promotions or sales, team member or shop location information, behind the scenes videos, and a lot more. Because story highlights are located at the top of an Instagram profile, they're almost an extension of your bio. Instagram also allows you to add highlight covers to illustrate your story highlights and keep your profile on brand. It's important to note, however, that you can't add images or video directly to your story highlights. Your story highlights need to be a previously posted or currently live or Instagram story before you can pin it to a highlight or create a new highlight. I use these myself and I change them often. So a lot of times for me, my story highlights can be blank for a long time before I put in something new. And then sometimes too, I've seen other accounts where that story highlight, it's old. I don't know. I was looking at someone's whose story highlight the other day was like a year old, and I'm like, really? So you got to think about that too. You may think that that year-old thing is pretty cool, but what do your followers think? It's year-old information. They want something that's now. And speaking of now, Instagram has a live video option that allows you to share content in real time. Once you start the live video, any followers currently on the app will receive a notification that you're live. Live viewers can also comment on the live video using the built-in chat feature. Live video should be used sparingly to showcase exciting real-time content or engaging moments like Q&As or reveals or property walkthroughs. Little bit different than IGTV, which stands for Instagram TV, which is Instagram's kind of newishest, yep, so I'm making up words, video offering. It is available to watch through the Instagram app or the standalone IGTV app, which users can view long-form vertical video from Instagram creators. You want to think cooking videos, interviews with celebrities, product reviews, tutorials. This is the content that you're typically going to find on IGTV. So what's the difference between Instagram Live and IGTV? Well, IGTV is uploaded footage, which gives users the opportunity to edit and fine-tune their video. Instagram Live is filmed and uploaded live. Okay, so one is recorded and one is live. That's pretty much the difference there. So to begin posting, you want to download the IGTV app, create a channel, and upload a video between 15 seconds and 10 minutes in length. Verified accounts can run videos up to an hour long. And at this time, IGTV videos can only be viewed on mobile devices using the Instagram or IGTV app. That platform does not support desktop viewing. Instagram captions. We're going to go back to my friends here over at HubSpot, and they are going to talk to us about how to write great Instagram captions.
Instagram might be all about the visuals, but without a scroll-stopping caption, your posts won't get the engagement you want. And you need those likes and comments, because the more engagement your posts get, the more visible they will be to your followers. So pause before you hit post and channel your creative copywriting skills. Captions should be brief. While there's a 2,200 character count limit, your viewers will need to click more to view anything after the first 125 characters. Make those first 3 to 4 lines count. Leave hashtags, mentions, and any extra information for the end. Brevity might not always be an option though. Sometimes you have a story so great you need a long caption to do it justice. Add line breaks to create clear, easy to read copy. Simply press the 1, 2, 3 button on your phone's keyboard and you'll find the return key. On Instagram, you should adopt a lighthearted tone and avoid the hard sell. This is a platform where you can be clever, fun, and even a little silly. One way to add some personality to your posts is to include emojis in your captions. It's sometimes the only copy you need. Now, if puns and punchy one-liners don't align with your brand's voice, stick with a tone that's relatable and consistent. Once you've perfected your caption, add relevant hashtags to get found in search, but no more than 5 unless you want to appear spammy. Drive engagement by including a call to action. Ask viewers to double tap if they agree, tag a friend, or comment. To drive traffic to your site or another channel, include a click the link in our bio CTA. Use strong action verbs to encourage a response from viewers. Finally, always check for spelling and grammatical errors before you share. So before you upload your next Instagram-worthy image, spend a few minutes writing and revising a compelling caption. Your followers will be sure to reward you with likes and comments.
So if you needed some inspiration there for writing your captions, thanks to HubSpot. Let's move on to one of my favorites. Hashtags have taken over the internet, and a hashtag refers to keywords or keyword phrases that are spelled without spaces and prefaced with a pound sign. They're generally used to reference events, conferences, pop culture, entertainment, or recurring themes, and are a great way to make your content more visible. I hope you've registered for Instagram Part 2 because I'm going to show you my very personal Instagram and how hashtags have really helped me. And I mean like skyrocketed helped me. It's insane. I blew my mind, Follow my own advice. I probably should. So, originally popularized by Twitter, hashtags are now on multiple social networks. On Instagram, hashtags aggregate posts from a wide variety of users into a single feed, although only public accounts can be shown when searching hashtags. Instagram makes it simple and easy for users to find tagged content. When you search a word or phrase, the search results page shows you 4 parts, as you can see here. Top, which displays the top Instagram accounts, hashtags, and locations that include your keyword, typically accounts that are popular or that you're following. Accounts, which shows you the top Instagram accounts that include your keyword. Tags, which suggest popular hashtags that include your keyword and how many other Instagram posts have been shared with that hashtag. And places, which display nearby locations that include your keyword. For example, if you're planning on tagging your post with hashtag realtor, you may want to tag related hashtags like hashtag real estate, hashtag open house, or hashtag new listing to broaden your post reach. And using hashtags is seriously simple. I mean, you can create a hashtag using characters, numbers, or even emojis. You can add up to 30 to the caption, and Instagram's going to tell you when you've reached your limits. Just remember, your account must be public for your posts to appear on hashtag feeds. And as realtors, we don't have to worry about that because our accounts should always be public since we want to get those leads. So how do you choose which hashtags are best for each post? Okay, well, my best answer is by brainstorming related keywords and researching relevant trends, which is actually easiest within Instagram itself. You want to start in the Explore tab, which is the magnifying glass icon at the bottom of your menu there. And you'll find popular posts and see what hashtags were used. If you already have a hashtag in mind, you can also use this page to find popular related hashtags. Just type the hashtag into the search bar and filter your results by tags to see how many posts have used that hashtag as well as other related hashtags. Try to blend general trending hashtags and specific hashtags to increase your post reach and relevance. You also want to consider creating your own branded hashtag. Many businesses use their own hashtags to roll out a new product, manage an Instagram campaign, promote an event, and collect user-generated content. If you'd like to do this for your business, make sure yours isn't being used for another purpose, so that's why you want to do your research, and then encourage your audience to use it. First and foremost, don't be spammy. don't be spammy. If your hashtags don't naturally blend into your caption, tack them onto the end or even in the first comment. They'll work the same no matter where they're placed. So many businesses feel pressured to be present on every social media platform, and then they forget about strategy, and they forget those other platforms don't exist, and they forget they have a profile, and then they drop off, and it just goes bad after that. So don't make that a mistake. Since Instagram is very different from other popular sites, it requires a distinct marketing strategy. And we're going to start here in my next webinar to develop your brand's own unique style. And that would be in Instagram Part 2. And if you haven't yet registered for Part 2, there it is there on the side of your screen in the offers. All you got to do is click that link there to register for my Instagram Part 2, in which we will go over the marketing strategy, and I will show you, I'm going to actually show you my personal business Instagram, and I'm going to show you what I do and what I have discovered myself. Maybe give you tips and insights because I have done things that have worked really well for me. And maybe they'll work well for you. Who knows? But hey, that's my email. That is my phone number. If you want to talk more about Instagram, I'm happy to chat with you anytime. Give me a call, shoot me an email. But I do thank you for being here with me today and learning about business Instagram accounts. I know we've got some crazy schedules going on, so thank you so much for spending some time with me. Until next time.